Millz Young here. Who's ready to bet on UFC? Me, that's who. So I'm going to be going over this week's card, okay? Headlined by who? Yadong taking on Gutierrez. But before we do that, let's do a little deep dive real quick into last week, man. I mean, last week, not too bad. We went 8-12 on our predictions and picks. I do got to say something, though. I did switch my Julia Avila pick to Miesha Tate as a premium. So we went 3-0 on our premiums. We hit with Sean Brady, we hit with Davison Figueiredo, and we hit with Miesha Tate. We had 2 dogs and 1 slight favorite. On the prediction side, I mean, 8-12, I got some of the ones wrong that a lot of people did. I mean, who would have thought that Soriano would gas out again as a big favorite? Who would have thought that Zach Reese would get picked up and body slammed like that? And hey, man, it's okay, man. That's just how we're doing. That's just how it goes sometimes, you know. But hey, let me know what you guys are going to be betting on this week. And hey, let me know, man, what's your guys' best bet of the week, man. We got some NBA in-season tournament games this weekend. We got some college football games. We got some UFC. We also got PFL right around the corner. All right, first fight of the night I'm going to be talking about. Rayon Dos Santos taking on Catalina Alencar. All right, both these girls are going to be making their UFC debut, but Alencar, we seen her last time on a UFC Contender Series. She went toe-to-toe with the girl where she got a draw in. Rayon Dos Santos, last time out, she was fighting in the LFA. I seen her. She beat the brakes off old girl, and she was the champion. The betting odds has Rayon Dos Santos as a -145 favorite. Alencar is a jiu-jitsu specialist that needs to get you to the ground, but she can gas out. I like Dos Santos in this fight. I think she can mix in everything. I think she's the overall better fighter in there. I even like the price tag. Next fight on the card, big prospect. Tashore Tara, 14-0, taking on Carlos Hernandez, okay? Tashore Tara opened up a -500 favorite. He's up to a 550 favorite. He's one of those guys that's going out there trying to take you back, trying to submit you. Carlos Hernandez, man, made money with them last time out. He's one of those guys to where he has decent boxing, but he struggles with the takedowns. If he gets taken down, I can see Tashore Tara subbing him real quick. I think that's why they're giving him this opponent. They want to see Tashore Tara shine. I think he wins by sub. But this is one where I will say, the line is off, and I like Carlos Hernandez. I think the dog could be out the cage in this one, though, folks. But I think Tara gets it done by sub. Next fight on the card, Stephanie Egger, 8-4, taking on Luana Santos, 6 wins, 1 loss. Luana Santos coming in this one, the slight favorite, -150. Stephanie Egger, nobody knows what to do with her, how to make money on her. It's like when she's an underdog, she wins. When she's a favorite, she loses. In this one, she's the underdog. But guess what, man? Some people think she's liable to catch a sub out there. I'm going to be honest, man. I'm not going to steer you guys in the wrong direction. I think, yes, the fight IQ on Stephanie Egger can give Santos some problems, but the overall fighter with more tools in the toolbox is going to be Santos. I think Santos gets that one done. Next fight on the card. This fight was supposed to be taking place last week. Steve Garcia, 14-5, taking on Melissa Costa, a.k.a. Milky Costa. Okay, 21-6 losses. Gave you guys the breakdown in the last video. Fight got canceled. Same thing. Costa's the favorite in this one. -230. He's overall has, you know, slick boxing. Not the best head movement. Not the much power. Steve Garcia is a first-round fighter. He's out there giving you everything, man. If you guys have never seen a Steve Garcia fight, you're missing something. In that first round, he's going to make it look like you're not going to be able to last. But the thing is this. As the second and third round goes, he usually doesn't last. So if he gets past the first round, look for Costa to win. I would say late third round or decision. All right, I think Costa's a strong parlay piece. Next fight on the card. Hong Sung Park, 8-0, representing Korea. Is that Korea? Japan. Oops, my bad. All right, big favorite on the card. -500, taking on Shannon Ross, 13-8. Shannon Ross last time out, man, he hasn't been able to get a win. He's coming off of 2 losses. He got chinned, I want to say, in like 30 seconds. He's one of those guys. The durability's not there. I'm going to be honest with this one, man. I like Park. I like Park to win inside the distance. Point blank simple. Shannon Ross is going to give you a good fight, though. So it's going to be a good scrap. But he's not durable in that chin. That chin, I don't know, man. That chin, you can't even put a Band-Aid on that. That thing's just falling apart. All right, next fight on the card. But before we do that, man, if you guys want to see what I'm betting on this week's card, I got some different round props and different angles and stuff like that. Head on over to the site Pick Dawgz. So I got all my picks up there. It's going to be up there for you guys this weekend. So go ahead and get that 3-day pass now so you can get everything where it's included. My UFC, my NBA, my college football, my college basketball. You can't go wrong. All right, next fight on the card. Kevin Jousset, 9 wins, 2 losses, taking on Kenan Song. Kevin Jousset made his UFC debut last time out on that card that had a lot of city kickboxer fighters on it with Izzy on it. He's from that gym as well. He was able to get that win in his debut. He's one of those guys to where, he keeps his hands low. He has a long reach, good distance, can mix in the takedowns when he wants to. Kenan Song hits like a hard hitter, okay? Not a truck, okay? He hits like a hard hitter, man. He's one of those guys to where he hasn't been able to come out on the winning side in a while now, but you can never count him out, man. Last time out, though, he wasn't able to get that win against Rolando Bedoya, which was a big underdog. Before that, lost to Gary, lost to Griffin. So 1-2 in his last couple of fights. But he's one of those guys that can kind of pull the upset, man. Jousset opened up a -160 favorite, came all the way down to a -145. I like Jousset in here. I think the price tag is playable too. Take Jousset in this fight. Next fight on the card, Jin Young Park, 17 wins, 5 losses, taking on Andre Muniz. Jin Young Park opened up a -170 favorite. Now he's down to like a -160. Andre Muniz was the guy that everybody thought was going to be challenging for the title in this division because he was just so aggressive out there, getting everybody down and submitting them. But that hasn't been happening the last couple of times, man. They kind of figured it out on Andre Muniz, man. He's setting up his, he's telegraphing his takedowns from a long distance. Coming off of 2 losses, 1 loss to Brandon Allen, loss to Paul Craig. Before that, he had a win over Uriah Hall in a fight that he just held him down the whole time. It didn't do anything. So, last 3 fights, to be honest, didn't look good. I can see why Jin Young Park is the favorite in this one. I was kind of hesitant, though, because I'm like, man, Muniz is so good at this, so good at that. But unless he gets you down to the ground and takes you back, you ain't going to be able to do that. And Jin Young Park can mix in takedowns himself. I like Jin Young Park in this fight. -165? Sign me up. Next fight on the card, it's going to be a lightweight banger. I like it. All right, Nasrat Hasparat, 15 wins, 5 losses, taking on Jamie Mullarkey. Hasparat opened up a -190 favorite. Price tag came down a little bit, down to a -180. To come back on Jamie Mullarkey, got some nice little plus money price tag on there. Nasrat Hasparat has been a guy to where we've been seeing him fight now for a while now, man. I want to say he's been in the UFC for over 5 years. But all these fights, he doesn't go out there and just put a stamp on anything to make you remember him or even to say, hey, I want to see him fight this guy. You just, after the fight's done, you're like, all right, next fight. You don't even have a question like, all right, is he moving up in the ranking or anything? But overall, man, he has more skills than Jamie Mullarkey, man. Coming on a 2-fight win streak, I want to say, Hasparat is. Jamie Mullarkey, he's one of those guys, though, he could surprise you in a lot of fights, man. But the chance sometimes ain't there. He's there for the throwdown, though, man. He's going to give you a war. Coming off a win over John Medesian, his last fight out. Lost to Muhammad Nagmov, where he was a big favorite. Then a win over Francis Prado. So, man, I like Hasparat in this fight, though, man. I think that he's going to be able to get the jab going, keep it on the feet, keep his distance, touch him up when he needs to. I'm going to go ahead and say it, too, man. Mullarkey sometimes can get finished, and Hasparat only has 1 finish. I think he's going to get another finish. Let's go. Round 3 KO. Hasparat wins. All right. Next fight on the card. This fight just got thrown on the card because the fighter pulled out. Suma Darji, 16 wins, 5 losses. Taking on Tim Elliott, 19 wins, 13 losses. Last time out, Tim Elliott was winning against Muhammad Makayev in a fight. And then he got subbed out in the late round 3. But if he would have went to the scorecards, he would have won in a fight that he was a big underdog in there. And the ties would have been changed. But now he's back in the cage. I think this is a good fight for him. Suma Darji, though, he took some time off because the last time he fought Matt Schnell. For the people out there, just Google this. Suma Darji versus Matt Schnell. Watch that fight. It's one of the best fights in UFC, period. Craziest rounds, craziest finishes, back and forth. Just watch it. All right. Coming back off of that loss, though, now, I don't got the odds on this one yet. I like Suma Darji as well. I've been a guy to where I used to bet on him and make money and stuff. So, but Tim Elliott is live, man. He's live in a lot of fights. If you ask me, though, I'm going to be honest, just because I don't know where the line's at. Tim Elliott taking on short notice, though, man. It's not going to be good. Damn. I think Pickdawgz gets it done. Yeah, man. Pickdawgz probably going to win inside the distance. But this is one where if you guys are looking for a dog that you can kind of trust in fights, and, you know, you want a good dog that's worthy, that's going to bark, that's going to, you know, guard your house, take Tim Elliott if you're looking for a dog. Next fight, co-main event. Anthony Smith, 37 wins, 18 losses, taking on Khalil Roundtree Jr., 12 wins, 5 losses. Khalil Roundtree Jr. was supposed to fight Asmat Murakov. He had to pull out. In comes Anthony Smith. The betting odds have Roundtree minus 230 favorite. A little bit coming down to a minus 215. Khalil Roundtree, great Muay Thai. I mean, when you see him out there striking, man, he's complete with it. You know, real diverse with it. Solid hands up where you want him to for his defense. You know, decent head movement when he wants to move the head. I mean, he hits like Jean-Claude Van Damme. Anthony Smith, man, he's been on the wrong side of a couple of decisions, but actually on the right side. He won the last fight against Ryan Spann, and really he lost. The judges gave it to him, and everybody thought he lost. We lost money on that one. He's been one of those guys that's just been hanging around the division. Be honest, man, I think Khalil Roundtree gets this one done by murder. I'm going to go ahead and take him to win in round 1. Khalil Roundtree gets it done. Next fight, main event. Yadong Song, 21 wins, 7 losses, 1 draw, taking on Chris Gutierrez, the leg kicker, 20 wins, 4 losses, 2 draws. Song Yadong, one of those guys in the bantamweight division where, you know, he's complete, man. He can wrestle. He can take down. He hits hard. You know, solid chin. You know, finishing ability. Chris Gutierrez is a leg kicker. He's going to kick you in the leg about 1,000 times out there. Spinning kicks, too. Good knees. I think the line is off. Yadong Song is like a minus 350 favorite. Chris Gutierrez used to always being a big favorite on cards. I'm going to be honest, man. If this one goes to the scorecards, Chris Gutierrez can line up some strikes, man, with these kicks and stuff, man. I made a lot of money with Chris Gutierrez. Fuck, man. I like Yadong Song too, man, but I'm going to go with it, man. I'm going to go with the guy I've been making money with a little bit more, man. I think the dog's out the cage this one. I'm taking him on the value, and I'm taking him because I think he has paths to win. I'm taking Chris Gutierrez. I think the dog's out the cage. Now, look, man, if you guys want to see my best bets, head on over to the site. We got it all up there for you. Can't go wrong. All right, my bulletproof parlay. Take Khalil Roundtree. And then parlay that with, we'll go with Costa. Put those two together and get paid. All right, smash the like button out there for me one time and let me know, man. Hey, who's your favorite UFC fighter? Male or female? And hey, man, what you betting on today? Let's beat up these bookies.